What's going on, guys? Welcome to Equilinox, a game in which you create your own ecosystem, which means you plant trees, you plant grass, you put down animals, and they grow and fester into a world that you create yourself. So we're going to start with a little bit of just quick tutorial stuff, which means we just need to grow a little bit of grass to begin our mission. So like literally, if you look in everything in here, mango trees, cactuses, red maple, sage, bunch of different animals that also can be put into the game. I'm pretty sure they hunt and kill each other, and you got to make sure your ecosystem stays alive. And everything kind of supports one another, if that makes sense. If the bears don't have enough to eat, they're gonna die, is what's gonna happen. So you got to be extra careful, and a little speed up of time down there in the bottom. Let's collect our rewards for that. And then these grass tufts need to grow fully for me to complete this quest, and we need a couple of daisies here. We're going to start down by the water, just because animals obviously need water. If you don't start down by the water, then you're not going to have any animals growing, any animals surviving, you know? Come on, full-grown daisies. We'll need one more of you. Perfect. And then we'll collect the rewards. And our first beautiful little oak tree. We're going to put our beautiful little oak tree. And as you can tell, the grass is slowly spreading. We've only put down a couple tufts of grass, and now it's spreading drastically. So that's cool. And then we'll put down our tree, and we need to half grow that in order to, as you can tell, these look like geodudes, but no, they're reflections of clouds in the sky off the water. So far, so good. We got trees, we got animals. Could be worse. Well, we don't have animals yet, but we're about to. We're about to get sheep here in a second. Graph tusk population, that's going to increase on its own. And then we need 3 sheep. 1, 2, 3. And then they should be happy. Task is now complete. Claim our rewards for that. And we need to increase our graph tusk population. And it wants us to create or finish all the other tasks. So light blue daisy population. When you select a plant in the world, you can see its current traits in the traits tab. When a plant breeds, these traits get passed on to the offspring with slight variation. Clicking the selective breed option allows you to modify the traits and get passed on. This will create new stylish versions of the daisy. So if we click on the daisy, then we want to go with... Oh, did that daisy die? Uh-oh. That's not good. So this is the health of the daisy. It seems like it's an unsuitable biome for the daisy. Huh, so they're dying over here. That's weird. And it wants us to have blue ones, right? So if we do this, selective breeding, right? And then we change the color to a light blue, and then we buy that, it should technically start to breed blue ones if it didn't die that quickly. But they keep dying. I wonder what environment the daisy needs to be in to survive. What's this? More grass tuft? The sheeps are nice and happy. How about you, Mr. Daisy, right here? Can we selective breed you? What's your health like? Again, its environment is just not proper. Well, let's go ahead and just try to selective breed the color again, like I said. As much as we can. It's not an easy process, because you don't want the daisy to die as well. Put some daisies around him to make sure that it breeds with the other daisies. Its health is going down again. Population density 161% high. Damage 0. Disease 0. It seems like its environment is fine and the biome is suitable. But what the problem is right now is maybe the sheep are eating them, or they just don't live that long. That could also be part of it. Let's speed up this process. I don't know if these actually got the blue gene, but I doubt it. Alright, what else does it want us to do? I guess we can't get light blue daisy population yet. It's quite expensive. Sheep ba. Control a sheep. So we can get them to ba? How do we get them to ba is the question. Take control? Ooh. Okay. So I can run around as the sheep. And then I just got it to ba with E. Beautiful. Okay. Give me that DP. I just wasted a bunch of money trying to get blue daisies to form, and they just didn't. Red maple, wobbly tree. DP per minute, so we need to make sure we're making a lot more money. The way you make money is to have an actual decent working ecosystem. It's kind of what you'd expect A button mushroom. We need to read about these things and what biomes they need to live in before we place them down. Mushrooms, small plants. A small brown mushroom that prefers to live in fertile areas. This fast-growing fungi can serve as a food source for small animals. All right, so let that kind of start growing out a little bit, and we'll speed up the time. A little sleepy sheep. We're in day 2 now. Our ecosystem is thriving slowly but surely over here on the water. I'm hoping we can get fish and whatnot soon. That'll really add to it. Are these more... Yep, we got more mushrooms growing now. The daisies are starting to spread. What I do want to do is put down maybe some more grass kind of up here to help it start to move its way up the hill as much as we can. And kind of just let that keep roaming free. Sun's coming up. And we're just going to keep earning a little bit of money for a little bit. Here we go. We just got a Graph Tough population at 50 out of 50. Claim rewards for that. And now it wants us to start placing wheat down. Okay, we got stones as well, I just realized. Okay, so evolves from grass tuft. Oh, so now the grass tufts are going to start evolving into wheat. Which is, I guess, good, right? We got some good trees popping in, too. Let's see. So, when it comes to wheat, it's an evolution of grass. So, obviously, we just need to wait the grass to evolve. And it wants us to place down red maple trees. Red maple trees, wobbly trees, and wild mint trees for 16,000 DP. That's a lot of money. Wheat population, so you can see the current line off, unlock new species, select a grass tuft in the world, and select evolution tab. Okay, but we need to find a grass tuft that's got some good health to it. We need a new grass tuft. This actually seems like one of the more healthy ones, so let's try to change that to wheat. Nearby species? 3 stones. Okay, in order to grow wheat, we need 3 stones in the area. So maybe what we should do is start a wheat field over here. So 1, 2, 3, and then place down a grass tuft. Let this bad boy grow real quick. Okay, and then we want to start breeding him as wheat. And then we should probably place some more grass tufts in his area to get him to breed. So there we go. And he's going to start turning into wheat here in a second. And then hopefully he starts spreading his Wheaties around. And now we have successfully bred wheat. So our wheat population needs to go up slightly. Which I don't know how quickly wheat population is going to increase. I don't know if it'll increase on its own or if we're going to need to kind of play our part and get the wheat population to spread. Because doesn't it need 2 wheat plants technically? No, I think now it's just going to spread as wheat on its own. Slowly but surely. Hopefully. What is this then? Oh, this is wheat. Whoa. Oh, I can move it? I just moved it somehow. That was weird. Alright. So now as new grass grows, there's a chance that it could be wheat, is what I'm assuming now. We're making more DP per minute now. We have 2 pieces of wheat. Where's our second piece of wheat? Where is it? We have new sheep. Baby sheep! Baby sheep. Alright, well, at least we got a baby sheep now. We're starting to breed sheep. So there's 4 sheep, 5 sheep now. We started with 3. So it's starting to increase. Now we have 3 wheat population. Claim rewards. We have seaweed and 3 tasks that are unlocked. Satisfied chickens and seaweed population. So now we can actually put down chickens, which we'll put down 2, so they'll start breeding each other. And they should be satisfied at some point, right? Is that... Oh, it's in an egg. Hatching from egg. Health. Age, population, density is low. Yeah, well, that's going to happen. Hunger and environment. Disliked species. Uh-oh. Do they not like sheep? That was a huge waste of money. Probably should have read up on that a little bit more first. DP per minute's increasing, and it wants tall mushrooms, evolved jungle mushrooms, and red maples, but it also wants us to do... I think it was seaweed, right? Is that another mission in here? Seaweed population 10. So we should probably do seaweed so we can start spreading into the water a bit more. Start spreading into this water down here as much as we can. Let's just see if these chickens hatch. They did hatch. They both hatched. Let's see if they're satisfied now. Environment, still a disliked species in the area. But there's nothing we really do about that. Well, they're satisfied. So he's hungry. What do they play? What do they eat? Diet is mixed. Okay, well, you're gonna have to figure that out on your own, dude. I can't force feed you. Seaweed population already increased to 10. So we unlock trout, and we have gone fishing now. So we actually unlock trout. It says that you have mixed eating habits. So that's weird. Alright, we just slapped 2 trout in the water, which you guys can see down there. And they will start breeding hopefully really quickly, because fish breed extremely fast. But I think we need to get more button mushrooms growing. It doesn't seem like we have very many mushrooms. It wants us to also evolve these mushrooms for one of our missions here. Let's see. Evolved buttercup. Evolve the buttercup species. What is the buttercup species anyway? Is that a mushroom thing? And that mushroom just disappeared. Red mushroom, jungle mushroom, tropical mushroom. That's really expensive, so that's probably not happening. And I think I did the flowers incorrectly. What we need to do... No, I did it correctly. You gotta try to breed it into blue, which is, I guess, just part of a challenge. Let's amass a little bit of money here now, which we are amassing 350 per minute. Oh, it just went down. I think our chickens died. I just don't think I don't think the chickens like the sheep for some reason. Maybe we could try to create a secondary ecosystem over here with chickens. Let's try it. Let's see if we can do that. Do some grass tufts. And let's do a couple of stones, right? And that will create wheat. And then we will have enough money soon for some chickens, but this area has to grow first anyway. There we go. Let's get a mushroom in here, so that'll start growing. Get a little bit of cash. Beautiful. We should probably just start placing random grass tufts, like, everywhere. But I think you have to start having, like, deserts for desert animals and etc. So, alright, let's see if we can grow chickens over here by themselves, away from the sheep. Let's put down a second chicken to increase population. I think they like population. Seems like he's playing around. His environment's good. No disliked species. Hunger's good. And they're not dying. Seems like they don't have to fight for their food. And it just laid another egg already. Another baby chicken. See, I don't understand his food issue. It says his diet is mixed. Hunger 4 out of 25. What do you eat then, pal? Do you eat wheat? There's no way you eat seaweed. I just saw him eat a mushroom a second ago. So maybe they need a lot more mushrooms? 3 satisfied chickens unlocks the rock. Which, I don't know what the heck the rock does. What do you do? Large rocks, stones, non-living. Again, I'm still confused why he's dying. And you can actually change them into sparrows and ducks as well. So he just died. And he's about to die as well. Do they just eat mushrooms? God damn it, chickens! Calvin the chicken! What do you need to eat, dude? Let's see if they eat wheat. We can just start plopping down wheat over here. They're popping out eggs pretty quickly, so let's see if they eat wheat. The wheat grew. There's wheat right there for you, pal. They do eat wheat. Okay. So this area, we just need to keep producing as much wheat. And they're just going to keep crapping out more and more chicken eggs. How's our trout population doing? Pretty good. We got 4 or 5 trout now. Let's try to produce a couple more trout over on this side, just to speed up the process of getting some more trout. And they should meet up kind of in the middle with the seaweed there. And what other quest does it want us to do? DP per minute. We're about to hit 500 DP per minute, which I guarantee we're going to hit here in just a moment. Perfect. Cashing in 2,000 DP. We got brown stones off that. Tall mushrooms, maple trees. These are kind of higher level missions here. It seems like, yeah, these are harder missions. Evolved buttercup, evolved plants, redfish population, kelp population. So I'm assuming we can genetically modify this into kelp, which needs a size trait, 2 large rocks. 1, 2. And now we can produce this into kelp. Size trait. So is that just not big enough to be produced into kelp? Seems like it. Size trait requirement not met. Maybe we just need more seaweed. That might be the case. Alright, so keep spreading that seaweed. We'll keep making some money. Keep going, keep going. These guys over here are surviving just fine. I don't really want to increase their population yet, though. We should put some wheat over here, just to make sure wheat starts spreading over there as well. How's our chickens doing? Chickens are... wow, they're spreading quick. Okay. I think they're going to need more wheat as well. Alright. Beautiful. So this is kind of like a city builder, but like I said, it's like... You kind of create your own ecosystem. The ecosystem survives and thrives on its own self, and you kind of play God and tell it what to do every once in a while, and how to do it. And we're gaining 800 plus DP per minute now, which is really going to help this process for sure. Alright. I still don't know what this size requirement thing is. Can we see, like, its size? Generation 3, Generation 10, Generation 8. Maybe as we increase in generation, they'll grow bigger. I'm not sure. But we can also start evolving these guys into redfish here, which we need nearby species, which is kelp, because redfish feeds on kelp. What about the size of this guy? Yeah, see? Still size issues, so I guess we just can't do too many underwater things anymore. Let's just force ourselves to do something else. Evolved buttercup. I don't know what a buttercup comes from. You can now start to breed more and more species from the current plants and animals in the world. Do buttercups come off of these guys? Nope. Sparrows and ducks come off of them. What comes off of sheeps is the question. Deer and wild boar. So that doesn't do it for us. I guess we could do some birch trees. Start mixing them in. Probably put them in this region. Try to get that birch tree to grow. Let's see if maybe it's a type of tree. The buttercup tree? No. We got the sycamore, apple, and elm. Here we have the red maple, the wobbly, and the pagoda. So let's just keep earning a little bit more money. Keep our ecosystem alive. Our DP is decreasing, but that might just be because of the amount of freaking chickens over here. Look at all those chickens. Alright, we're gonna kind of spread the population out a little bit here. And give them some trees too. Alongside, you already have the birch tree growing as well. And then that'll spread out the population, and they'll stop eating all the darn wheat. Hopefully. And here we go. We really need to figure out the kelp issue, because we can't get kelp right now. Is the birch tree fully grown? Looking good, Mr. Birch Tree. Alright. Do you have what it takes? He does have the size trait. Yeah, I kind of see that. He's kind of like a little bit bigger than the rest of them, you know? So this guy has a size trait, so let's just go ahead and place the rocks around him. Right? Nearby species, 2 rocks. We don't have enough for another rock, so stay alive, piece of seaweed, please. Okay, it's gone. Ooh, that's irritating. Anybody else in here have the size? You don't look like you have the size. Yeah, that was like a thicker piece of... Yeah, so he has the size. No, he's got the rock trait. Looking for someone that meets the size traits. Doesn't look like we have any right now. Maybe you? No. That's the first piece I've seen with... Oh, he's got the size trait. But we don't have enough money for the rocks to put around him. But we should still have rocks in the water anyway. If we hit 900 before that thing dies. Perfect. Okay. Now, place down a rock. And if we have 950, which we should get, hopefully before this thing dies, we can breed kelp. And then we can breed redfish. And now it's gone. Son of a bee. Do you have size? No? He has size. So 1 rock around him. We're gonna have a lot of rocks in the water. But that's, like I said, not a bad thing, because it's used for breeding anyway. Just gonna make this process a little easier. Eventually we'll find one that has size and rocks around it. Which this guy does, but we need 950 before it dies. Which the chances of that are pretty low. There we go. So that guy's breeding now. Our DP per minute's pretty much hovering around 500. Let's go check on the chickens. None of them have really spread towards the new region that I built for them. I could walk some over there, but we'll let them hang around and do what they do. We also only have 4 sheep still. We have now bred kelp. Beautiful. And now we can start slapping kelp down in the water. At 950 DP per kelp. It's already starting to multiply down there, it looks like. Oh, that just bugged. Looks like that just bugged really bad. Yep, I think I just killed the kelp. Alright. But let's put down the kelp in here now. I'm going to kind of start its own region down there. A trout has caught a disease due to its poor quality habitat. What's wrong with your habitat? Population density is too high. There's too many trout? Can we just, like, kill him? Remove. Aha! So I'm thinking you can transplant him? I don't know what that means. We need to definitely learn DP. So we need to change his color trait to pink in order for him to change to redfish? Or do they seem to start eating the kelp and maybe they become pink at some point? I have some kelp over here. Alright, money's on up, money's going on up. Alright, do we have any pink trout anywhere? Is that what it's asking for? Requirements not met. It does seem like it wants some type of mutation. Because I can't change the color of the trout, it seems like. So without being able to change the color of the trout, it looks like we need to just wait for a mutation to roll around. Alright. Evolved plants. So we might as well evolve another plant just to get that mission completed. Let's do... that's expensive. 2,000 for an elm. What about birch? What do you cost? 2,600, or we can do 2,000. Let's do the 2,000. We'll evolve another tree. Unless we can evolve wheat. No, wheat is kind of its finalized form. Doo-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go. Now let's evolve the wood tree. It needs to be 30% woodland. Well, definitely not 30% woodland over there now. So let's plant a whole bunch of trees over here. There goes a bunch of our money. But we'll start making a forest. Slowly but surely. Any pink trout going around right now? Color trait pink. No requirements met. Color trait pink. No requirements met. Guess we're just gonna have to get lucky with one. We're breaking the 600 threshold, which is nice. Are you technically in a forest now? Definitely not. I think what the whole world needs to be kind of spread out. Should we just start making some obscene amount of money, maybe? Just create like a whole nother ecosystem? Because over here, we have some more water. In this region, we're kind of getting a little crowded. I mean, the trees over here are actually pretty wooded over here now. Mutation. A strange birch tree has been born with an unusual mutation. I think that's what we're waiting for when the trouts, so we can get a redfish. Where is this birch tree with an unusual mutation? I don't see one. Maybe it's growing still? Yeah, it's a purple. It's a purple tree. That's cool. Alright. So birch trees can turn into wobbly trees if there's sheep around. So what we need to do is place some birch over here. So that way we can evolve into wobbly tree. But we do have a purple birch tree mutation over here. But we need a red mutation in order to get a special red tree. So that's what we're waiting for there. We need to get a red trout in order to use that mutation to get the red fish. So that's good to know. So as I said before, to get the wobbly tree, this is all the stuff that we need to do. But we need to increase the DP now. So we can start breeding wobbly trees. And then we have a mission to actually grow, I think, 4 or 5 wobbly trees as well. That's a lot of DP, but we are going down. And it's weird because your ecosystem could just nuke itself out of nowhere. I want to get like ducks and stuff, but that's why I want to create a new ecosystem elsewhere so they don't have to compete. How much is it? 4,900. My FPS is kind of blocking my money a little bit there. In the top left. Steam overlay FPS. And this will be the next mutation that we need in order to complete this mission right here where we evolve 3 plants. And again, I don't know what a buttercup is. Still don't have a clue. There we go. This purple tree right here, like I said, it needs to be red in order to have something special go on with that. What have we not put down? We haven't put down sage? No, we have all this stuff. But we can actually change the grass. I forgot, there's a couple different mutations for grass. Wild mint, which means it needs to be mostly grassland, which I think if we did it over here, it would be 85% grassland, right? And it needs to be a special size, too. Maybe we should just start really filling up some grassland over here to get that going. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode of Equilinox. If you guys did, please leave a like on the video. If you want to see more, please let me know. We're creating an ecosystem, slowly but surely, and we can get more and more animals and earn more and more money and have bears and everything. Should be cool. Hope you guys enjoyed, and adios.